You know who this guy is, don't you, Pit?
Of course I do! It's Mario!
He was your first ally in the fight against the subspace army. What you may not know is that he's actually quite famous. There aren't many people who don't know who Mario is.
Man, I don't know whether to fight him or ask for his autograph.
Fight first, fanboy later.
Oh! Do you think he'll sign my wings? Looks like it's me versus DK.
His arms are like tree trunks, so his attacks are incredibly powerful. Given his size, he also moves quite quickly. Combine that speed and power with his long reach, and you've got an opponent who's good at almost everything.
Yeah, except for dressing himself. That necktie really doesn't leave much to the imagination.
True, but it is his signature look. It's probably best not to mention it.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of his giant punches or smash attacks. When he attacks you, don't use your shield. Just get out of the way and then counterattack.
And watch where you come in for a landing.
Huh. Can't put my finger on it, but Link seems different somehow.
Well, this Link is technically a different person from the Link you fought before. This incarnation is known as the Hero of the Wild. He was once Hyrule's champion, but he fell into a 100-year slumber after using all his strength to fight the Calamity.
100 years might not be a long time to a goddess like you, Lady Palutena, but that's more than enough time for an entire world to change.
You're right, Pit. When Link woke from the slumber of restoration, not only was his world unrecognizable, he also lost his memory.
I can't even imagine what that would be like. Lady Palutena, isn't there something the gods can do to help him restore his memory?
Meddling in the affairs of another world is never a good idea. Although I do like Link, and his swordsmanship is quite impressive. The Master Sword, also known as the Sword that Seals the Darkness, reveals its true strength in the presence of the Calamity.
Whoa, cool! Does that mean it's OP against Ganondorf?
No, Ganondorf is from a different game. You should really do more research before you jump into a fight. If you expect to win, you need to know your opponent's backstory and abilities. Link has a lot of different weapons at his disposal.
Oh look! There's Metroid!
That's not a Metroid! That's Samus!
Just like Link isn't named Zelda.
And like Pit's name isn't Icarus.
Okay, this joke has officially run its course.
Moving on then. Pit, you can reflect Samus's charge shot with your Guardian Orbitars. However, Samus can throw a storm of shots at you. If you use your Orbitars too often, she'll know what you're up to. So try to reflect strategically, as opposed to your usual game plan.
It's Yoshi!
Let me get this straight. Yoshi lays eggs, but he's actually male?
Shouldn't you know that? Oh, goddess of nature?
There's nothing natural about this guy.
Yeah, I see your point.
Well, all living beings contain both female and male elements. It appears that Yoshi is no different.
Wonder what's inside all those eggs. Chocolate?
Focus, Pit. If you use your shield when Yoshi's pulling off an egg roll, you can grab him. Keep that in mind.
It's always easy to pick Kirby out of a crowd.
Aww, he's so squishy and adorable.
True, but he's still a formidable foe.
He's got all kinds of moves, and he's top-notch at recovering. Does this guy have any weaknesses?
Just what you'd expect. His weight, or rather his lack of weight.
So it shouldn't be hard to send him flying, huh?
Right. The question is how to do that.
Oh, that part's easy. Just keep wailing on him. Then we'll see who's stronger, that little puffball or Kirby.
Got any tips for fighting Fox?
Fox McCloud is the leader of the mercenary flight team, Star Fox. His trademark is incredible speed.
It's about time you showed up, Fox!
That was a terrible General Pepper Pit.
You should be wary of his blaster, too.
Everybody, stay alert!
Focus, Pit. You might think Fox's blaster doesn't hurt all that much and ignore it, but you'll soon find you've taken lots of damage.
Sorry, I'm back. Okay, I'll just reflect his shots with my Guardian Orbitars.
I figured you'd say that.
Huh? Is that not what I should do?
Like I said, he's quick on his feet, so there's no telling when he'll suddenly rush in and grab you. You've got to watch your back constantly when Fox is around.
Do a barrel roll!
Aw, look at that cute little guy.
It's a Pokemon.
And not just any Pokemon.
Actually, that Pokemon is called a Pikachu. Pikachu evolves from Pichu, and when a Pikachu is fully evolved, it becomes a Raichu.
It's quite rare for a Pokemon to be more famous in its middle stage than its final evolution.
True, but Pikachu is a special case. I mean, it's the most famous of all the Pokemon.
Excuse me? Hello?
What is it, Pit?
I hate to interrupt your musings on Pokemon, but I could really use some Smash Brothers help right about now.
Oh, right, I forgot where we were. Okay, here's the tip. Dodge Pikachu's thunder and then counterattack.
You can also zap Pikachu by reflecting its thunder back at itself. And nothing is more satisfying than that.
Look, it's Luigi.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Oh, don't say that. After all, he even had his own year.
I don't remember that. Though I suppose if he's number 2 out of all these fighters, that's actually pretty good.
His attacks are no joke.
You're right. Have you seen his super jump punch and green missile? In some ways, he might even be stronger than his brother. Too bad about that unfortunate L on his forehead.
I'm sure that stands for winner. I'm picking up on some weird kind of energy here.
What you feel is Ness's PSI.
What's PSI?
It's a general term for supernatural abilities.
Supernatural? Isn't that pretty unscientific?
Said the angel to the goddess.
What are you getting at?
Pit, we're having this conversation via telepathy. Meanwhile, the power of flight is a type of psychokinesis, and I see you from the heavens using clairvoyance. Finally, I call you back from the battlefield with something akin to teleportation.
And believe me, I truly appreciate all that stuff you do with things.
Anyway, if Ness tries to recover via PK Thunder and you reflect it, that will really ruin his day. Give it a try when you get a chance.
Whoa! It's Captain Falcon!
Oh, he's a captain. What ship does he command?
I think he's more like a pilot or something.
All these fighters have tons of skill and experience, but you can still hold your own. If we brought vehicles into the picture, though, that would be a totally different story.
Good thing that's not the case. I'd be no match for an F-Zero machine or an R-Wing.
Plus, those G-diffuser systems are terrible for the environment.
You sure know a lot about space machinery, for being the goddess of nature and all.
Anyway, if you're near Captain Falcon, watch out for his jump and Falcon Punch combo.
That's Jigglypuff, the balloon Pokemon.
Look at the way it floats. It must be light as air.
Don't let its cuddly appearance fool you. It's one of the most aerodynamic fighters out there. And it has a deadly attack called Rest. When Jigglypuff lands this move, the effects can be devastating.
However, that move does render Jigglypuff vulnerable for a short period of time afterward.
So, when you see Jigglypuff start to fall asleep, that's your cue to move in for the kill.
Gotcha. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for when it nods off.